everyone, it's me and Elsa's back with another video, and sorry that the camera is bad. As you can probably tell from the webcam and this, I am using my gaming laptop because I am currently in Chicago when I'm recording this, and I'm at the hotel, so if there's an echoing, it's just because I'm in the hotel room and it's really big and everything, so yeah. But I really want to make this video to get some thoughts out of my head because, well, also it's 2:30 in the morning, I can't sleep, and so I might as well make some videos and be productive. But so yesterday I saw the FNAF movie in theaters with my brother, and I just wanted to, I guess this would be my review, get some thoughts out of my head. So I just want to say is that I have been a fan of the FNAF games, or the franchise, pretty much officially since the third game release. I played it on my Kindle when it came out. My first FNAF game was actually the second one, but I wasn't really active in the FNAF franchise until the third one. So I played all the games. I've beaten most of them. The only one I haven't actually played yet is the DLC Security Breach Ruin. But other than that, I've played all of the games. I have all of the graphic novels, the books, the Freddy frights. I have plushies. You know, FNAF has been a huge part, and I've been waiting for this movie for years. So I wasn't for sure what to expect when going into this movie. And, you know, my expectations were reasonable. I knew they took a lot of time, but I also know that a lot of, this movie could have been bad or fun bad or just garbage. And so, you know, I was being cautious. And I have to say, first, right off the bat, it's not a bad movie. I was generally surprised by how much I actually enjoyed it. There's definitely a lot of lore, a lot of Easter eggs for the fans to know. Some YouTubers that were very active in the FNAF scene was in there. Corey Kenshin and Matt Pat, which was really nice to see. And the animatronics, man. The animatronics were amazing. I absolutely love seeing the animatronics on the big screen. Spring, Bonnie, and Foxy were definitely me and my brother's favorites. They just did so well on that. The set was amazing. And there was definitely a lot of like different ideas you could tell they took from the lore, from like originality. The casting of one character, Vanessa, was really spot on from what she looks like in the game. So, and like, I don't want to say too much on the story to like avoid spoilers, especially if you guys plan on seeing it. But you can definitely tell they like tied in some like potential theories into like the movie as like a little gotcha, like homage. I really can't, it's very vague. I mean vague on it, but if you've seen the movie, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But you know, as in like the horror factor of it, or the story, the characters, I wouldn't describe the movie as scary. I was never scared. Then there are some movies where I like cringe like this, as in like, oof, that looked like that hurt. Or, ooh, this looks like it's gonna get interesting. But as in like actual being scared, I wasn't actually scared of this movie. I don't think anyone would actually be scared unless they're like, I don't know, 8 years old. It's not a scary film at all. And there are some parts where it is just borderline dumb. And it's just like, you're looking on the screen like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is actually going on? And the tone is weird. Like, they obviously have some like horror film, but then they literally just have scenes where it's just like comedic. And it's just happened so suddenly. And it was like, I generally laughed at parts in the movie, but it was just like, I don't know, the shift in tone was weird. The story had a lot of exposition. You can tell they took a lot of ideas from like the books and the games themselves. I forgot his name at the top of my head, but Josh Hutchinson or something like that. He played the main character, Mike. He does a stellar job at his role. He's an amazing actor, and I've seen him in the Hunger Games and many other movies, and he really sells his role very well. I think he was really good for the casting. I think the actor for oh man, I really don't want to say his for William was pretty good. Vanessa was really good. The little girl that's in the movie, her name is Abby. I think she did really well. I don't know, there was just a lot of I think the performance were overall fine. The story is there's definitely a lot of interesting factors, but they expedite it so much that it does slow it down, because the movie is an hour and 50 minutes. But a lot of the movie, like, they definitely take their time building up to like the final night, because they do follow like 5 nights at Freddy's. And the movie's PG-13, so there's not blood at all. There's very little blood. But some of the kills are very unique and interesting. You don't exactly like see it, but it like the actual like death happening, you see like more so the aftermath or the shadows or something. But there were very clever some kills in there, I will give them that. And then the ending does leave it open, so there's definitely going to be a sequel. This movie is definitely going to make money. The budget was only like 20 million, so this was definitely a start of something. And now that they got a lot of the exposition out of the way, I can definitely see them moving on and like going more on like either telling the children's story or just really amping up the animatronics. But the thing that really surprised me the most is that usually when it comes to game movies, is that they try to always, or they at least try to go back to like the main mechanic of the game, of like what made, you know, that game. And they don't really do that for this movie, for FNAF. Like, they have the security room, they have the cameras and stuff, but they don't have like the security doors like in the first game. And they don't really like empathize, like, you know, the main point of the first game, you're sitting in a room trying to keep them out from killing you and not lose all your power. They don't really do that, which shocked me, because you would think that would be the main thing, because they definitely wanted to focus more on the story and the animatronics rather than the game. So I'm not saying that's a bad thing, I'm just saying that was an interesting thing that I noticed. But overall, it's not a bad movie. This is definitely a movie where if you're a general audience, you're probably going to be disappointed. But if you're a FNAF fan, a very active FNAF fan like myself, you probably will be satisfied, you probably will appreciate it, and you will definitely be excited for what they have next for it, because there's definitely going to be a sequel. I'll be very surprised if there is not. So I would definitely recommend this film for a FNAF fan, but I probably wouldn't recommend it to a horror fan or just a general audience in general, because they probably really wouldn't appreciate this film as much as a fan, because this movie was definitely made for the fans, which, once again, there's nothing wrong with that. There's definitely things holding this movie back, but overall I enjoyed it. I could see myself watching this film again. I can definitely see myself being excited for another film. So I guess I can say for me personally it was quote-unquote worth the wait, because I'm definitely more excited for what is to come. And I liked the movie. I liked it. It's not perfect, I will not say it is, and I wouldn't say it's scary, but it's satisfying as a FNAF fan. So I'm going to give FNAF, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I guess personally for me, 7 out of 10, but a 6 out of 10. It's not perfect, but it is enjoyable. It is fun. It's some funny parts, some dumb parts, some definitely creepy parts, and just an overall satisfying, enjoying experience for a FNAF fan. A movie made by fans, for fans, and by a creator that definitely appreciates it. And with that being said, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I post videos as often as I can. Have you seen the FNAF movie? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you excited to see if they're going to make a second one or anything? Or do you think this movie is being overhyped and the whole thing is just being dumb and stupid and it's not that great? Let me know. And as always, till next time, bye-bye!